questions,
Mm-hmm.
some reservation, if I can ask.
Yeah, sure.
Because your group is, I like the group.
Mm-hmm.
I like the initiative. It brings together, young Senegalese who are mature, professional, intelligent, educated. And so we should use that to our advantage. In other words, when we organize these events,
Mm-hmm.
it shouldn't just be social and cultural.
Mm-hmm.
There is space where you guys can also talk about opportunities for young Senegalese professionals.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you guys can think about when you do your Senegal Day,
Mm-hmm.
it shouldn't just be about the music and dancing. It should be also about capacity building. It should be about how can we make sure the Senegalese community in New York or Chicago get connected to the resources.
Mm-hmm.
So create a space where you can talk about jobs, education, public safety, some topics that is tangible. For example, this year you guys can pick women in technology that you guys can talk about.
Mhm.
And while everybody's there, they can talk about what can the Senegalese people who are here, Senegalese women who are here,
Mm-hmm.
who are hair braiders, what can they do to get an opportunity to enter the tech sector?
Yeah.
Those kind of things. But I think the idea is great. But how can we make sure that when we bring in 3,000 Senegalese people there, we also talk about jobs or their kids, or we talk about
Mhm.
topics that are not necessarily discussed every day.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? Because you have a long list of Senegalese association, and this
Mhm.
is a lot more than this.
It's a lot more, yes.
Right. And
yeah.
so every association, for me, what I think is the thing that I can do for myself, I don't need an association to do for me, because I can do for myself.
Mhm.
See what I mean?
Yeah.
I can go to a summer by myself. I don't need an organization to organize it for me.
Mhm.
I can go to a soccer tournament by myself. I don't need an association to organize it for me.
Mhm.
But while I'm paying my money to be part of association, you have to do something for me that I cannot do for myself.
Yeah.
But not a lot of people are doing that. But I think you guys have the opportunity to exploit those gaps.
Definitely.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think this is wonderful, and if there's anything I can do, just like
Mhm.
what can I do to help against
Yeah,
the situation?
Coming to that, this is the first event we're organizing. It's kind of hard because we are in a, the time is not perfect for us to organize this event.
Mhm.
We will appreciate really to have all this connection people that are professors
Mhm.
from universities in the US
Mhm.
come in and help CEOs
Mhm.
or technology people that are engineers.
Mhm.
We love that to happen
Yes.
in this event.
Yes.
But this one is kind of we're rushing every on the side
Mhm.
to make sure we can have like the people that we need
Yes.
to come and
Okay.
Mhm.
be our speakers in the event.
Sure.
The thing is that it's hard to reach those people
Mhm.
when you organize your first event.
Sure.
The-
So have you invited? Have you identified the people you want to invite yet, or you haven't?
Yeah, we did identify some people, and you are one of the people we identify.
So
Yeah.
what we did was like starting building like a database
Mhm.
where, for example, we adding like a list of potential speakers
Mhm.
and a list of potential professors
Mhm.
that will be able to like come and attend it
Mhm.
wherever they are in the United States.
Sure.
So what we thought was, since here at the mayor's office you are having like newsletters and things like that,
Mhm.
I think it would be really helpful to I don't know, like kind of have a link to the event.
Sure.
So like I don't know how like your database is, but like I assume that you have like professors and like a lot of people from the Senegalese community who are like subscribing to your newsletter.
Yeah. So what we do with the newsletter is we put events that the African community is interested in. So
Mhm.
it doesn't cost me anything to put it on there. I don't mind. I mean,
Mhm.
you know, I can put it. It's not a problem.
Yeah.
I mean, the newsletter goes out every 2 weeks. It will go out today,
Mhm.
and then every 2 weeks. So I mean, I'll put it. It's not a problem. Um, some will subscribe to the newsletter, but I don't know if the newsletter is a right way to get confirmation for someone to come and speak. I mean, I think if you guys have identified the list of speakers
Mhm.
that you guys want to invite, I may not know all of them, I don't know, but maybe through some of the embassies, the
Yeah.
Senegalese embassy and other contacts,
Mhm.
you know, they may know somebody who, you know, who can help you get somebody confirmed. But I mean, as far as I'm concerned, I mean, I'll tentatively commit to coming because I don't, you know, August 12th is a couple of months away from now. I don't know what's going to happen.
Mhm.
But if I if nothing happens the last minute, I would love to come.
Yeah,
I would
definitely.
love to come, and you know, if you have other people that you have in mind, I may not know them, but if I do, I can reach out to them for you.
Yeah, definitely.
So do you know anybody that you think can be an interesting speaker or someone you may need to be in contact with so we can.
But I mean, so I think you guys need to figure out like what topics you want them to speak on first, because the worst thing you can do is just have somebody come to speak just to speak.
Mhm.
This person has to bring something to your audience.
Yeah.
So your audience is young Senegalese professionals around the U.S. So you have to have you have to invite somebody. Either, you know, it would be great to invite the ambassador, for example. It'd be great to invite one or two Senegalese women leaders.
Okay.
Maybe one is a leader in is an entrepreneur, or one is in business, or maybe one or two male, you know, leaders in either nonprofit. It depends. It really depends.
Mhm.
And you know, also the other thing, you don't even have to invite someone who's older. You can find somebody within your group,
Yeah.
somebody our age, somebody our generation, who can talk to the other, because it doesn't. You don't need to always invite somebody who's 80 years old to talk to somebody who's 20 years old. It always happens. You need to find somebody who people can relate to.
Yeah, definitely.
Somebody who understands the challenges that we go through as immigrants. Somebody can understand what's it like to be a Senegalese guy to come to the United States. And so those kind of things. And once you have that and you identify your topics, I think it will be a lot easier to do that. But you can always invite a professor like a Bashir Jan who can speak on
Mhm.
any topic you give him.
Yeah.
The ambassador can always speak on any topic you give him, but you guys have to identify, narrow down your topics, and then find a person who can actually deliver the kind of information you're looking for.
Yeah. I mean, like, for example, Professor Suleiman Bashir Jang, we added him to our database. And
Okay.
so, like, we actually have a team that is based in this NYC
Okay.
who's working on the
Get
whole
it.
organization.
Okay.
And so within that team, they have different committees. So there is a committee who is taking care of like the whole networking and the whole program for Friday.
Okay.
And that includes like getting
Sure.
all those information for the database.
How many speakers do you want to have for this?
So right now the aim is 3 to 4,
Okay.
just because of like how the timeline is, but
Okay.
it might change.
Okay.
But for now, we are thinking about 3 to 4,
Okay.
and the team is thinking about a topic too
Okay.
that we will be releasing.
Okay. Well, I commit to coming. So I'll think of 2 names for you. I don't know right now, but I'll think of 2 names and I'll let you know. Maybe by next week.
That's great.
The thing is that this is like a program that you can rearrange at any time.
That you can what?
You can rearrange the program.
Yeah,
at
yeah.
any time.
Oh
Yeah.
yes.
So based on what you just said,
Mhm.
we may have to talk about immigration. Someone who
Exactly.
is very good at
Yes.
immigration.
Yes.
Because I have been seeing people in this country. They have been here for like 30 years.
Mhm.
You have this new student coming in the US. They don't know, they don't know exactly what a big deal to be, to be illegal in this country.
Yes.
So
Yes.
that's something I really, as I have some friends that are in the situation that you can help them, but if they had help before they messed up the status,
Yeah.
that will be like a great thing for them and
Yes.
their parents and
Yes.
their family.
Yeah.
So,
Yes. No. I mean, I think you can talk about you can find so many things to talk about. Immigration is one great thing technology is another great thing. Health is another great thing.
Yeah, how
Especially health because ñun Sénégalais yi moom dañuy ñëw Amérique ñu nekk Sénégal foo ne hôpital booy waaj a dee rek nga fay dem en fait.
yeah,
It's not good. But you have to go do your regular checkups.
yeah.
You don't have to wait until ngay waaj a dee pour dem hôpital en fait.
For real.
Ou bien nga nekk Sénégalais am lu la dal mais doo nga gis beneen docteur Sénégalais doo bëgg a dem si docteur yi parce que da ngay foog ne docteur bi comme nga xam ne abi su ma fa demee xam na ne am naa cancer rek dina ko nettali abi. Est-ce que comprendre léegi da ngay dem bëgg a dem si docteur boo xam ne chinois la parce que rek bëgguloo ñu xamal la. But these are realities in our community that we don't talk about.
True.
Da gis benn Sénégalais boo xam ne nii dafay def nekk CPA di fay taxe mais yeneen Sénégalais yi ñu bëgg a dem si moom mu defee taxe parce que bëgguñu mu xam ñaata la am make it. Mais but this is exactly how we are supposed to help our communities. Li ma nar a dépenser si beneen communauté bi su ma amee sama benn mbokk Sénégalais bu ko mën a def dafay dem ma jox sama xaalis mu defal ma ko moom mu am man ma jot service bi moom mu jot ressources yi si kaw nag mu defal ma ko the way I want it. But we have to discuss at some point how our dollars can stay in our community.
Yes, that's
important. Maybe this is the forum to talk about. I don't know. But I'm just giving you ideas that if, for example, me, this office that I live, we do a lot of things that is spread out. But we want to make sure we use this office to educate the community on the resources that are available, to help them get connected to the resources, and to ensure that our community is relevant. And the only way we can do that is by, for example, we provide, language access services for people who come. They don't speak English, but they need services. So you guys have to figure out within it's a great forum to talk about all of these things.
Yeah.
Just talk, but maybe it doesn't have to be all of it. Maybe pick 2 for this year. Next year, pick 2 more topics.
Yeah.
And you speak on those things. But you have to start to mobilize the community and wake up the consciences on these realities that we know is in our community. We don't talk about, and this is exactly why we are behind versus other communities.
That's totally true.
Yeah. And let's have the courage to tell each other the truth. Do ay question masla ay kii dafa baax yàlla baax na yàlla moom dafa mës a baax. Yeah, let's but you guys have to do it. You guys have to take the leadership.
Definitely.
Yes,
And I'm ready to help.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, like you said, like Friday will be definitely the day that will be more focused on for networking, for like speech, like for the students, the job seekers, the job employers, so like
or colleges.
To, like, and
maybe you can figure out in New York all of the colleges that are there, and you invite the admissions council to come to the event, right, and recruit Senegalese people who are looking to go to college. You put them one-on-one in a room like this, where if you have New York University, Columbia, Wagner, you have 15 colleges in New York to come, and they are ready to recruit Senegalese students. The Senegalese students can come, talk one-on-one with these recruiters. Next thing you know, out of 50, maybe 20 could get admission to go to college that they wouldn't necessarily have without this event.
Oh, yes. Definitely.
That's how you impact your community.
Totally agree.
Yeah.
Yep. All that you're saying is like.
Mission accomplished.
It's always good to meet great people.
Exactly. And
we have been switching ideas, and we went to see the ambassador, and then we have some ideas and we make some changes, and now after today we need to have a meeting again and make some rearrangements. So we just want to make sure we do the best thing for our community.
Yes,
that's why we need leaders like you to bring your experience, and like me, back in Senegal, I always work for like social network and youth. But since I came here, you always running school work. You don't have you don't have time to volunteer or do something for your community.
Yes.
Like I was speaking with one of my friends. He wants to do something like organize event,
Mhm.
and one of my friends told me that if you can go to any of the counties that you live, or maybe the state,
Mhm.
they have funding
Sure.
for those type of event,
Yeah.
and people don't know.
Yeah.
Don't know.
Mhm.
If you have like a tax ID, or
Mhm.
you've been in a field for a long time,
Mhm.
you may be available, you may be awarded
Great.
fund
A
or
grant.
grant
Yeah.
to organize those events,
Yeah.
and make sure you just do the report and follow the rules.
Yeah.
So like that, most of the people are here. They're running businesses. They don't know what to do.
Yeah.
So then I think it's a great idea to just always make sure we change what is
Yeah.
needs to be changed.
No, you're right. So I mean, I think that's exactly what you guys need to do, or we need to do. And I may not have a lot of time to help with the organization,
Mhm.
but I have a little bit of knowledge about one of these things that I can share, that I can contribute to the organization. But there's tons of Senegalese organizations, Senegalese
A
Association of
lot.
Chess,
A
of
lot.
of Peking,
A
of
lot.
North Peking, of South. There's tons of organizations,
That's the problem.
and
with us.
everybody is doing the same exact things.
Because they all
Everybody-
want to be the leaders.
No, I mean, in a way, but everybody is doing the same exact thing. We are duplicating the efforts. We are
Exactly.
duplicating the resources. We're doing the same thing day after day. There's nothing wrong with it. I think that's great. But
But we're
at some
starting
point, we need
over.
to innovate, come up with new things. We need to change the leadership. We need to have different things that are not just social and cultural. We need to talk about IT. We need to talk about health. And you don't see a lot of that. But I think if you have run a group that everybody's educated, everybody has a degree,
Mhm.
and you do a Senegal day like this, and you don't talk about college admissions, going to college.
We definitely
How do I apply for financial aid? I didn't know how to apply for financial aid when I went to graduate school. People need to know, how do you apply for financial aid? Maybe
yeah.
this is where you need to do the workshop.
Yeah.
So
All in one.
let's keep the conversation going, and let me know if I can help as you go. You have my contact information.
Yes.
If you have some ideas about something, let me know. I'll tell you what I think. You don't have to necessarily do what I say, but it's just an advice. And then
Those
you go
are
from
some
there.
great advices.
Yeah,
We'll definitely keep that in mind and
Okay.
then transfer it to the team.
sure.
And so work on the team. Because for example, on Friday probably we can add another hour to the slot or anything like that. But yeah,
Instead of-
those are some great.
Instead of being focused on like you said, cultural, or you just need to make sure you have.
Just to get it well.
Yeah. But it's a good start. So I'll put this. As we get closer, maybe June, I'll put it on a newsletter,
Yeah.
or July, sometime in July. Just remind me, and I'll think of 2 names by Monday, and I'll send it to you.
And my last question would be do you know of any Senegalese business here? Because we know that you're a lot involved in the diaspora here. So do you know of any Senegalese business? Because on another side, we are thinking about getting them involved,
Mhm.
and at the same time see if they can sponsor us.
Yeah. So right now, what we are, dañu nekk ci benn recensement actually. We know there's a lot of African businesses and Senegalese businesses, but we don't know exactly who they are. Or we may know who they are, but we don't have the right contact information. So I have a guy right now. His name is to update all of those contact information. Senegalese businesses, Africans, Senegalese, Ghanaian. Which industry? Is it a restaurant?
Oh,
Is it a
wow.
liquor store? Is it a hair salon?
Mhm.
We're working on all of these things right now, and so it will take us some time to finalize it. But I think through the radios,
Mhm.
if you guys start to promote this event to the radios, you make the announcements, I'm sure many of them will answer your call.
Yes, I was thinking maybe to just start sending something, announcement on.